So now going back to the PAL thing, skateboard comes out. It's doing spectacularly well.
So I was like before that, I was staying with DeVille a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to like make it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
And DeVille's the shit. You guys know that.
Absolutely.
Like
Been in the game for a minute.
He finds a lot of talent.
Yes,
Yeah.
A lot
definitely.
of talent.
Totally.
He sent me all the right places, you know? Like at first I'd get bummed kind of because he wouldn't film my freestyle stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I learned like, no, dude, he's not amped up by it. How do you film something that doesn't stoke you out? It's just gonna like the footage is gonna carry that energy, you know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that I learned that later on, being like, wow, like he like. Anyways, that's besides the point.
It clicked for you, right?
It was a trip,
Yeah.
and so when I showed up, I was living at his house, and he was going out filming on the weekends, and I was like there through the week, like, let's go, dude, like. I want to get some, and then he gave me 3 filmers' numbers.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. Like I called them all up. 2 of the guys didn't respond, and the other guy was Nigel, NKA.
Nice.
Ah.
Nigel's the best, bro.
Great dude.
Yeah.
Valley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valley for sure, bro.
Dude, so Nigel's the man, dude.
Yeah.
He is.
And I was already working with Sean Hayes.
Okay.
So Sean Hayes is my Olympic coach,
Okay.
who I was introduced to by Kevin Harris, who had the freestyle contest. And Kevin Harris has been my like a huge cheerleader for me. Like, this guy's in freestyle and he's gonna make it to the Olympics. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, shut the hell up, Kevin. This guy's in freestyle and he's gonna go pro for PAL. I was like, shut the hell up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He made a lot of this stuff happen, you know, or at least predicted it, along with making it happen. Like, for sure, he made PAL happen for me by hosting the contest.
Right.
And then he introduced me to Sean.
Didn't Sean used to be the DC team manager?
Yeah, so and Plan B. So
Yeah.
He was like good at skating too.
Yeah, he
hell
ripped.
Yeah.
yeah, front
Hell yeah.
nose master.
Wasn't he? He was on RDS, right?
Yeah, Red Dragon, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, was he on Dark Star too?
I don't think so.
Was he not on there?
Maybe.
I was thinking of
There's a lot of people out there.
Kevin Harris, big supporter.
Oh, so I was working with Sean at this time, and I'm at DeVille's house, and Sean's like, "Dude, this is like your first, like could be your first and last shot with a filmer in California." Like, I don't-
Nigel.
Yeah, I don't know who Nigel is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a filmer that DeVille hooked me up with. See, he's like, yeah, like meet me at Cherry. I was like, cool. Like, let's go to Cherry. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
But Sean got me like so prepped. He's like, dude, you better be ready to like destroy some shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
In a good way or a bad way?
in a good way.
Okay.
Like I didn't show up like, hey, what's up? I was out last night. And
No, because sometimes that could right. But also that could backfire because now you have this in your head of like, oh my God, now I got to pressure.
yeah. Well, I do pretty. Pressure pushes me.
Okay. Perfect.
And Sean knew that as my coach. so he put on the pressure, and I was just so freaking ready. That first day with Nigel was like, we hit it off, dude. I ended up 50-50ing that like green double kink rail, and like Figgy crooked it.
Oh yeah.
It's in San Pedro.
Super gnarly, dude. It was last trick in one of the Baker videos,
Yeah,
right?
Psycho.
Yeah.
And like Nigel took me to Cherry, then took me to this other rail. It was like brick run up, and I just hopping on rails, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then I ended up 50-50ing that double kink, and that solidified it. Like, okay, me and Nigel work really well together. The video came out, it blew up. Like,
Came out on his channel.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Nigel has a great following too, and
does.
not for nothing, he really goes out and skates with dudes that are just not on the radar.
Yeah, he was like one of the first in skateboarding to like really build up a YouTube following.
Been doing that, and he has a really strong foundation on what he's built. So.
He does.
Yeah, he grew up like showing P-Rod what was up.
Yeah,
You know, like when P-Rod, like helping bring up P-Rod, and then he helped bring up like Kelvin Hoffler and Alex Midler and all these other guys that he worked with, right? That ended up blossoming.
Yep.
So so me and Nigel worked really well together, and then Nigel was pushing me on advertising my board. He's like, dude, this board's coming out. Like, you told me all about it. Like, let's make a video on your board.
Right.
The video on the board came out. It did really well. And then the board was going to come out for Powell. I already had the graphic. I was already skating my own pro board before it came out. And then he's like, you got to go on Braille. Like, Braille's like this huge platform. And you could show the world on like, they got like 4 million subscribers. And,
They're big. They're big. Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never dealt with these guys before.
Yeah.
But Nigel says it's a good idea. I really trust Nigel. Like, let's do it. And then that Braille video, like I made a full Braille video. I call it an infomercial now.
Okay. Yeah. About the board.
Yeah.
So you went to their skate park and did it?
Yeah, I went to the skate park, sat right next to Aaron Cairo, and described every aspect of my board, like in full detail.
Right.
And it's like an hour-long video. First half hour is explaining it. Second half hour is showing the tricks that you can do on it.
Right.
Sure.
And that is why my board sold.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have a great follow. I mean, and it's all younger demographic as well. You know,
it's definitely younger demographic, but I'm always surprised who comes up to me that's like adult and they're like, or like, fucking dude, they got fans everywhere.
Yeah.
Man.
Right.
It's actually insane.
But you got an old soul, like as far as like skateboarding is concerned, so it does resonate to obviously the older generation as well. But then you're also explaining it to younger kids in a different fashion where they probably have not seen that before.
Right.
So it's intriguing. I would say from a younger kid's perspective, but then also from an older dude's perspective, man, like, damn, this dude knows his shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think maybe from Braille, I haven't watched too much, but I feel like as a newer skateboarder, it's more approachable and more relatable
Totally.
Yeah.
to watch. You know,
they teach kids how to skate.
yeah,
You know, and get them into skating. Right. So
100%, dude. And that's their whole mission statement is to help skateboarding grow as a sport.
How long ago did you do these Braille videos? Because I still see them pop up on my YouTube.
Dude, I've done a lot of... The way they film is interesting. So they'll film like 3 to 5 videos one day.
Right.
And then it comes out for the week.
Sporadically, yeah.
And then you have like... You film a bunch over a weekend, maybe get like 7 videos done, and then it looks like you're there for 5 or 6 weeks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People think I like live there.
You're still there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's funny how that works out.
Now, that's interesting that they film like 5 or 7 videos in a day. Did they have specific things that they wanted to film that day? Like they already had a list like, hey, Andy, are you down to do this? Like we could film this today and that could be a segment and this and that.
Yeah.
Or would it be kind of on the fly as well? Like, oh, you know, it'd be cool. Like, oh yeah, let's film that.
Half and half.
Sounds exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
To be honest.
Like they did one thing where like it was like
Sounds like
paper
they're prepared.
Yeah, no, for real.
Super prepared. And if you have an idea that they think's better than their idea, then they'll just do that.
Got you. Okay. Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But they had one where it was like paper mache pants, so they couldn't move.
Now, did you know? Okay, right. Well,
I was like, leave me out of that one.
That's not up my alley.
No, but it's interesting though. It sounds like a big day. Like, did you know all this going into it? Did they explain like, hey, Andy, so we'll maybe film like, 5 or 6 videos? Like, did they kind of prep you?
Yeah, I had Nigel.
Nigel
was introduced me to that world. He explained it. He's really good at like prepping people.
So he kind of told you like, hey, this is what they do. They'll probably film like a bunch of videos in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
where is it, by the way?
It's in the ghetto of Oakland, bro. Like
really?
You leave
It's
their warehouse and it's like ghetto, bro. I think they should rep it way harder. Like you go out at night, there's like pop, like fucking, like holy shit.
I didn't know it was up in Oakland at all.
Yeah.
I thought
Well, Andy Schrock, he has one.
Yeah, he's in
Revive in Ohio.
Yeah.
And then they have the Braille one in Oakland.
Aaron Cairo's from that area, I think.
Yeah.
No, very interesting the way that they do that. And like you said, it rolls out and it's like weeks and weeks of content. Fucking, listen, whatever you think about Braille or anything, it's fucking smart.
Yeah.
And
Genius
They're
almost.
growing skateboarding. That's their intent.
Absolutely. So you tapped into their audience.
Yeah.
That helps propel the board. And you got older people too that are discovering it. It's fascinating.
Totally,
I mean, the
dude.
board is still to this day killing it. You got that shape. You're not going to make another shape, right? Or are you working on another shape?
I'm working on it.
What are you adding to it
He's got
now?
new tricks, dude.
Oh my God.
got new tricks.
He's
bro.
inventing new tricks.
Thinking
Yeah.
about this.
So there's going to be a part 2 to this?
Well, what I really want to do, honestly, is come out with a freestyle board.
Like a real freestyle
Like a smaller one?
Yeah,
Okay.
like get a freestyle board on the market. Like right now, all the freestyle boards are like from these really niche companies, and skate shops don't hold them.
Right.
But
you
if
gotta
they-
order straight from them.
yeah,
Right.
So, but if there's like a need for freestyle boards in shops, not only does Powell get in there because they're already dealing with Powell, but then they run out of the Powell freestyle boards. Maybe they got to call up
Right.
Waltz or Mode or
That's
or
a specific
Skate Kings.
Right.
niche, right? You wouldn't be skating that freestyle board out in the streets.
No,
Right.
you take it to a tennis court.
Yeah.
Like it's not even.
Oh, that's probably great for freestyle.
Oh yeah, the
Like
best.
grippy ground like that? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I do freestyle on clay courts.
clay courts.
Yeah, clay tennis courts.
There's a lot of clay tennis courts around here, right?
Yeah, man. I slide, slash.
I only saw one of those, and it was in Rome. They had one next. Oh, you weren't there with the street contest, but yeah, not very.
Yeah, not common.
Yeah, not coming. Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my right?
left.
It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of like
it's like right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
but
there?
The subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.